Welcome back to Western New York Living and the Big Whack Radio Local Business Spotlight segment.
Welcome back to Western New York Living. Now, how come as parents we spend plenty of time trying to teach our kids the rules of the road as pertains to bicycle safety, but when it comes to riding ourselves, we're not as cautious? Be honest with yourself. Well, this morning we're going to touch on many of those laws designed to keep all riders and motorists safe, and happy to have with us once again here on set from Cellino Law attorney Stephen Ciocca. Stephen, good to have you back on the show.
Thanks, Kevin.
It is construction season, right? We have winter and construction season in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Including one of the projects, the Middle Main program in the city of Buffalo. So my question is, Buffalo becoming safer for bicycle riders, in your opinion?
They're trying to make it safer by establishing a lot of dedicated bicycle lanes. When you and I were probably growing up, there was no such thing as a bicycle lane. So I think by doing this, they are trying to make it safer. But as bicyclists, we still have to pay attention to what we're doing. And as motorists, we always have to be aware of bicycles, even in bicycle lanes.
Do bicyclists have to stay in the bicycle lanes where they are designated bicycle lanes?
If there is a designated bicycle lane, the bicycle is supposed to stay in a designated bicycle lane in the street. And you're supposed to be riding with traffic as opposed to against traffic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, we see it all the time, riding against traffic.
All the time, and it's people do that to think, hey, well, at least I can see the car coming toward me, but that throws motorists off all the time. You'll hear experts talk about what happens when somebody is seeing something, and the gap is closing so quickly that neither the bicycle nor the motorist is going to have enough reaction time. So always ride with traffic in a designated lane if you have one.
Are bicycles permitted on sidewalks?
They are and they're not. So,
okay.
So the short answer is, if you're an adult, you're supposed to stay off the sidewalk. Kids are permitted to be on the sidewalk under certain circumstances, obviously. Like, you can't be on the sidewalk if there's construction going on the sidewalk, that type of thing. But kids are permitted to be on the sidewalk, adults, not so much. But that being said, we've all been confronted with situations where the roadway may be hazardous, way too busy, and we think that we are safer on a sidewalk. Although most town codes do prohibit it, for safety reasons, it's okay to go on a sidewalk if you have to.
All right, let's talk about helmets. Are they required?
They are required on anybody under the age of 14, but I can't recommend a bicycle helmet more. I have had many clients who would either not be here or would be in an altered mental state if they did not have a bicycle helmet. So although it may not be the law when you're over 14, you should really do it.
What about lights and bell?
So it's funny because as a bell, you hear that little jing, 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 and we think, oh, that's kind of cute and quaint, but actually those are required on bicycles. And the requirement is because so people can hear you coming. Sort of like a car horn. So if you're riding your bicycle, it does give you an opportunity to at least warn somebody that you're in the area. So they are required.
What happens if you hit a pothole on your bike? Who covers injuries? What happens? Like, if is it the municipality? Who's at fault here?
So it's always like, where's the pothole kind of thing. So if, like right here at your studio, if you have a pothole in the parking lot and somebody rides by, hits the pothole, then it's going to be, the law is just going to be basic negligence. Were you aware of the pothole? Did you take adequate steps to rectify the pothole? City street is an entirely different thing. Any type of municipally owned street, if there's a pothole on it, the only way that the municipality can be held liable is if they had prior written notice of that condition.
Well, the good news is there's no potholes here in Western New York.
Oh, of course not.
We got 20 seconds, Stephen. Sorry to cut you off there. Who covers medical bills if you're hurt on a bicycle?
So if you're hurt on a bicycle, it's going to depend on what happens there. If you're hit by a vehicle, no fault is going to cover. If you just kind of wipe out or you get injured in some other fashion, then it's going to be your own health insurance that's going to cover your bills.
All right, good information here. We didn't even talk about electric bikes. That's another
Oh,
time.
yeah.
The personal injury attorneys at Cellino Law present injury victims throughout New York State, no matter what type of accident you or your family member has been involved with. Cellino Law can help, especially if you're on a bicycle and hurt. Their office is located at 800 Delaware Avenue, Buffalo. For more information, give Cellino Law a call, 888-888-8888. You can also head to their website at cellinolaw.com to learn more about all the different legal services they provide.